Yeah, today's job is to replace the front shock struts on this 2003 Subaru Legacy. So I guess the first thing we'll have to do is get this into the garage, get it jacked up, and get the tires off, and then we'll see what we're up against. All right, wheels are off. Here's what we have to contend with. I guess we better take this line off for that. And then on the other side, I think it's a similar attachment for the brake hose. And then we'll have to get these two bolts for the bottom. And then your top just looks like this. It's just 3 nuts, and then it should just drop right out. Here's your replacement shock strut. This one is KYB. I got it from Lordco. One thing you'll notice with this one is it doesn't have the spring on it. We'll have to take the spring from the one that's on the car and put on this. To do that, we'll be using a spring compressor, one of these. I'm sure some people have tried different ways of getting springs off, but it's not recommended. Yeah, the two screws that are holding the brake lines on, these are 12 millimeters, along with the ones on the top. These are also 12. And then if you go down here, these nuts and the bolt, they're all 19 millimeter. For these ones, I'm thinking we're going to need an impact wrench to get them off, but we'll see how the other side goes. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe these will come out a little easier. It looks like it's coming out with just a breaker bar and a ratchet.
Yours may be the exception.
Yeah, that's true. Depends on how rusty your car is.
That's not working.
There, once you get the bottom bolts out, you can start working on the top. And these 3 nuts come off, and then it should just drop straight down. Okay, put a jack stand underneath your suspension to hold that up, because that's going to drop. And then you just start wiggling this out. Okay, you got it off of there, and then it should just pretty much drop straight down. You might need 3 hands so that you don't snag your wires. Watch out for the brake lines. There we go. Okay, you got it cleared at the top. And there. Put your spring compressor on 180 degrees apart on either side of the spring, like this. I'm missing 1 nut on that end, but other than that, it goes on like that. And then we squish the spring down, and then there's a nut at the top. This one here, that'll come off, and then the top piece should come off. So we're going to get our spring all compressed and go from there. There, once your spring is compressed so that it's not pressing too much at the top, you're going to need an Allen key. I guess that is a, let's see, what size is that? I think that is, no, not sure what it is here, but anyways, it's a 19 millimeter socket. And let's see if I can see it on here. No, I can't quite find it. 6 millimeter. There we go. 6 millimeter Allen key, and then a 19 millimeter socket. And you basically have to, oh, maybe this one isn't. I think that's bigger than a 19. I know my new one is a 19, or is it 20? But anyways, a 20 millimeter socket, and then you need your 6 millimeter Allen key. I think there's a special socket you can get that you can grip onto the outside for that. But anyways, let's see if we can manage with what we have. Yeah, here's a thought. Yeah, before doing the job, what you might want to do is get the proper socket. that has wrench flats on it. What I had to do is once I got it started on the vise is silly me. I totally forgot I had this other set of tools that makes this a lot easier here. Okay, now it should go a lot faster. Okay, let's make sure we get everything in order as we take it apart. Okay, just take the nut off. Okay, then we got a washer and that piece. You just set that down on the bench there. Okay, then there's another washer. Okay, now I guess take it out of the vise and take the plate off. Oh, I don't like it when something goes bang. It should be all right. Okay, yeah, take it out. Okay, the plate comes off.
Plate comes off.
That comes out. And then there's another piece there. There, when you go to put these back in, make sure you do have the right side, because as you'll see, the two sides are mirrored. So you don't want to have, I think the only difference is where you attach your brake wire and brake line. But yeah, you don't want to get the wrong side and try putting it in. But yeah, watch out for that. All right, got the spring on. I've clamped it on just as a precaution, just to make sure that, let's not let it wiggle too much, but just to make sure that this piece matches up down here. And we tighten it up. Okay, let's put it together. And that piece goes on there. And we got the little rubber piece for the spring. And we'll put the plate on and then get it back into the vise and get everything lined up here. Make sure that plate and the spring ends at the right spot. Yeah. Something like that. And it should pretty much go in the same way it came out. Just work the top up into the hole and get the nuts lined up, or the bolts lined up. There, shock struts are all in, and wheels on, and I think we're all finished. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, make sure that it's all done. And away we go.